Okay, so now we're going to use that principle of a binomial square. They're not really binomials. This is just a real number, 10 plus the square root of 2. You could type that in a calculator, it'll give you a decimal approximation. But we're trying to simplify or multiply it out. We're not really interested in the value of what 10 plus the square root of 2 is right now. We want to know how to work with it though. And because it's in that form of something plus something, we're going to apply the binomial square. So I'm going to take the first one and square it. 10 squared plus, then it's going to be 2 times the 10 times the square root of 2. Now, this is like your a squared plus your 2ab. So the formula was, if you have a plus b squared, then it equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. This is my a, the 10. This is my b, the square root of 2. So I've done the first part, the a squared. I've done the 2ab. And I've got to do the b squared. Okay, so plus b squared. You don't have to write the formula. I'm just writing this so you can follow along with, hopefully, what I'm doing. So 10, that was the a, I'm squaring it. Then it was 2. The 2 is in the formula no matter what. And then there's the 10, and then, or the a. There's the a, and then there's the b. Okay, now we have to take the b, which is the square root of 2, and we have to square that. So I'm going to get 100 plus 20 times the square root of 2 plus 2. Now they are going to take the 100 and the 2 and combine them. So it'll be 102 plus 20 times the square root of 2. And then that'll be done. Now let me think of the questions you might have. How did I get that 2 from here to here? Well, it's the square root of 2 times the square root of 2, which is the square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. But you can also go back to that rule that if you have the square root of a squared, that just equals a. So you might remember that from before, but okay, anything else? Could you use the smiley face idea? Yeah, so square this one, multiply those, but double it. So instead of 10 times the square root of 2, it'd be 20 times the square root of 2. And then you have to square that part, which removes the radical, the square root, and then you're just going to get 2. All right, so you can do that one a couple times. Here's another one. So you can do it either way. You can use the formula, or you can do the smiley face thing. You're taking the 1, and you're going to square it. Then it's going to be 2 times the 1 times the 3 square root 6. So this is my a, this is my b. Okay? So it's 2 times ab. Plus, now we have to be careful on this part, it's 3 square root 6 squared. So I have to square that whole thing. All right, so I get 1 plus 6 times the square root of 6 plus, now how am I going to do that? Well, the rules of exponents say to square the 3, and then I have to take the square root of 6 and square that. So I have to square both pieces, I guess. So this is going to be 9 times 6, which is going to be what, 54? Okay, now I'm going to take that 54 and combine it with that 1 over there. So I'm going to get 55 plus 6 times the square root of 6. Okay, I want to do one more thing on this video. You might be saying, well, where did that formula come from? So if you have a plus b and you're trying to square it, that means a plus b times a plus b. So if I FOIL it, there's my a squared. I get an ab. I get another ab. And then I have b times b, which is b squared. So then when I simplify, I have a squared, but because there's 2 of these, that's where the 2ab comes from. Okay, so I didn't show you that on the previous video, but hopefully that's making sense and helping.